welcome back again to the channel. Today we are making an off-shoulder flare gown with straps and inner pockets. So if you are interested, please continue watching and watch to the end so you won't miss out of any important information. So with that being said, let's get started. So for that gown, I'm going to make use of an African print material that I have here. As we all know, the length of African print is by 45. So the down part is going to have joining. But if you are not going to make use of African print, you may not need any atom of joining. Okay? That is if your fabric is going to be by 60. So guys, before we continue, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up so that every other person can benefit from the video as well. And if you are new, you are highly welcome. I'm Chisom Ene. Subscribe to join the family and turn on the notification bell for more videos. Thank you so much. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure the length of the gown. What I have here is 6 yards of African print. So I'm going to cut out the quantity I need for the gown by measuring the length of the gown. That's the full length of the gown. So for me, the full length of my own is going to be 60 inches. The full length of the gown for me is going to be 60 inches. So I'm going to place my tape like this and measure out 60 inches plus extra 2 inches for allowance. So here I have 60 inches plus extra 2 inches. So from here I'll measure extra 2 inches and I'm going to fold from there. I hope you are following. Just fold from there to get the fabric into two. Can you see? So by the time I fold and get to this starting point, I'm going to cut from there. So I'll cut from here. So right now I have my front and back material. So I'm going to cut from here. So guys, I folded the fabric into two, and the length, like I explained before, is 62 inches. Do you understand? So here I have the open side, and at the down part over here I have the closed side. Do you get? So the next step is to fold it in an A-line or triangle shape. I'm going to fold from here. Can you see? I'm going to fold from here like this in a triangle shape. So guys, I've placed the fabric on an A-line flare, as you can see. So this is how this upper side is looking. For me, I have 10 inches over here, and at the down part, this side, the wideness I have here is 34.5 inches. This is optional. If you want it fuller than this, then increase here. If you don't want it fuller like this one, then reduce here, reduce it. Do you understand? Just play around with your fabric and then get it done the way you want it. So at this side, later I'm going to cut out some fabric and use it to complete this side. Do you understand? That's why I said by 45 inches Ankara fabric, the flare is going to have joining if it's going to be full. Sometimes I make this type of flare and I will not join it this side. It all depends on how full you want the flare to be. So guys, the first step is to divide your bust circumference by 4 and add 2 inches to that. and then on this line you check where you get that measurement and mark. It's as simple as that. So my bust circumference is 40 inches. 40 divided by 2 is 10. I'll add extra 2 inches. That is 12 inches. So on this side, I'm going to check where I'm going to get 12 inches. So can you see? This is 12 inches over here. So at that point, I'll just make a mark there. I'll make a mark over there and make a mark over here. So at that point, I'll go up by 4 inches. I'll go up by 4 inches for us to get the neckline. So from the bust measurement, go up by 4 inches to get the neckline. Do you understand? So I have 4 inches over here, and from here I'll measure 4 inches, and this is what I have. So this is the line we are going to be using. I'm going to mark here. So automatically we have gotten our neckline area. So this is our neckline area. Do you understand? So this is the line we are going to make use of. So from this line, I will take the length of the gown. Now, remember we are making an off-shoulder gown, off-shoulder flay gown. So I'm going to take away 5 inches from there before I take the length of the gown. Do you understand? So 5 inches is standard for me. If you want it longer than that, you can take it, you can make it 5.5 or 6 inches. So whatever you take out from here will be the length of your strap. Are you getting it? So you can even make it 4 inches. You can decide to take away 4 inches. The choice is yours. So for this, for me, I'm going to take away 5 inches, and the 5 inches will be my strap. So guys, minus 5 inches, I'll take the length of the gown. Do you understand? So remember, the length I'm working with is 60 inches. I'll place the tape at the center and I'll take the length 60 inches. And I'll place it at the edge over here, minus 5 inches, I'll mark 60 inches. I'm going to connect the point. So this is what I have over here. This is the length of my gown, 60 inches. That includes the sewing allowance. So guys, having gotten the length, we are going to impute our measurement. I'm going to come to this neckline area and I'm going to measure the wideness of the neckline. For me, I'll be making use of 5.5 inches. Feel free to make use of the wideness you like. You can do 6 inches, 5 inches, even 4.5. It all depends on your choice. So I'm going to measure 5.5 inches. And you know it's on fold. By the time you open it up, you have 11 inches. That is 5.5 into 2 will give you 11 inches. Can you see? And the next step is to add my armhole depth. I'll add my armhole depth minus 5 inches. Remember, I took away 5 inches for my off shoulder, which is 8 inches. You know how to get your armhole depth. Measure your round armhole and divide by 2. Or your bust circumference, divide by 6 plus 1.5. From there, I'm going to connect to this my neck width, which is 5.5. I hope you are following. At the end of this tutorial, you should make one for yourself. Just pay attention. It is not hard. It's not difficult. So guys, I have my armhole curve. Do you get? So the next step is to determine how you want the neckline to be. If you want a sweetheart, if you want a V neckline, if you want a round neckline, feel free to do that over here. And if you want it straight like this, you can also do that. So for me, I'm going to make it to have a little bit round shape. So I'll take away my 5 inches and I'll take the neck depth. This is how low I want the neckline to be. Do you understand? For me, I'm going to make it 6 inches. If you want it lower than that, just feel free to do that. You can bring it down up to 7 inches or even 7.5. The choice is yours. 6 inches minus 5, I'll measure 6 inches. So I'll make a very slight curve and connect it to this side as well. So this is the neck shape I want for the gown. And then this is the armhole curve. Alright? So, having done that, at this side, the armhole depth, I'm going to measure my bust circumference plus my sewing allowance. My bust circumference is 10 inches, that is 40 divided by 4, 10 inches. Then I'll add 1 inch for allowance, sewing allowance. And this is what I have. So guys, having marked out my bust circumference plus sewing allowance over here, the next step is to, because I don't want here to just be too free. I want it to have a little shape at the bust area. So what I'm going to do, instead of cutting from here down, I'm going to still mark out my bust point and remeasure my bust circumference divided by 4. Do you understand? So that this side will have a little bit fitting at the bust area. But if you are okay with this, just stop here and cut from here down. Do you understand? So I'm going to take away 5 inches for the off shoulder as usual, and I'll mark out my bust point. So my bust point is 10 inches, then I mark. I'm going to remeasure my bust circumference, divide by 4, which is 10 inches over here, and I'll mark 1 inch for sewing allowance, and I'll connect it like this, minus 5, and then take this, measure your under bust. For me, my under bust is 13 inches. So I have 13 inches, and this is my line over here. So at the under bust, you impute your bust circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance, and this is my 1 inch. So you connect to this side, and this is what you have. Can you see what I have? Can you see how the line is going in a slanted form? And from there, you connect to the down part and cut. The idea is so that the flare gown will not be too big at the bust area. Do you get? Just from here you connect like this, and then join it here. So you still have the wideness of your flare here. Please, if you have any question, leave it in the comment section. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and try it out. Let me know your results in the comment section. So guys, at this point, I'll cut it out now. So guys, this is what I have at the down part, and I'm going to turn it for you to see that it is not equal. So I'm going to use this one, the one that I cut out at that side, to complete this side. So I'm going to place it like this, and I'll overlap it with the sewing allowance I'll use to join that side. So once I'm done, I'll pin it down. So after pinning it down, I'll turn it this side. So what I'll do is to trim the excess. So we have completed this side. Can you see? So guys, after opening it up, this is how the gown is looking. Can you see? This is the neckline, and then this is the two armhole curve. If you are going to attach a tiny strap over here, then this is where you are going to fix it, here and here. Okay, remember the length of the strap is going to be 5 inches, so you attach it like this. Do you understand? So for me, I'm going to make use of a 1-inch band. 1-inch band. So I'm going to measure that 1 inch from here to here. See how I place my tape. 1-inch band, and I'm going to trim that side so that it will not be pointed. Can you see? I'll trim that part, and I'll measure 1 inch over here, and I'll trim that part. So this is where I'm going to attach my 1-inch strap. Do you get? So guys, to cut the pocket, I just fold this fabric into 2, and I'll fold again into 4, so that I can cut the pocket, 2 pockets once. So once that is done, I'm going to measure the pocket opening. The pocket opening I'll be measuring is 7 inches. 7 inches for the pocket opening. And from here I'll measure 14 inches. Having done that, remember my pocket opening is here, and on that point I'll measure that 1 inch sewing allowance I added during the cutting of the gown. I'm going to measure it here, and this is what I have. So from there I'll place my hand like this, and then take the shape of my hand. So let me just cut it out so that I can position my hand very well. So this is what I have. So I'm going to position my hand like this, and I'll take the shape of my hand from that 1 inch. So I'll connect it down to this side. So we have the pockets now. So if you fix it, this allowance will go in with the sewing allowance on that gown, and at the end of this, after fixing it, the pocket will look like this. So that is it for the pocket, and here I have two of them. For the band, I'll place my fabric on fold, and while cutting the gown, we took away 5 inches as the off shoulder. So I'll measure 5 inches over here, the same 5 inches, and I'll add 1 inch. You can add ½ inch, but I want to add 1 inch for joining allowance. So the wideness is going to be 3 inches. 3 inches. So this is what I'll use for my band. So guys, we have these two pieces for the band. So this is the cutting part. We are going to start joining the gown now. We are going to cut out something to turn the neckline, the front and back neckline. So I'll just fold my fabric. I'll fold my fabric into two. So I'll place it like this. So once I place it like this, I'll follow the shape and cut it out. What we are cutting is one. After cutting this one, I'll use it to cut the second one to make up for the two facing. So once this is done, I'll cut and stop here. This is the bust point. I'll stop there, and this is the bust point over here. So I'm going to cut like this. I'll be using this for my facing. So if you want, you can just shape it a bit. So I'll use this for my facing. I'll use this one to cut out the second one. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh. So this is how we are going to place it and use it to turn the two neckline and the armhole. So if you don't want to make use of this facing, you can go ahead and use your bias to turn the neckline and the armhole. So the choice is yours. So we are going to sew the gown now, and the first thing I'm going to do is to sew the band. So like I explained before, I'm going to fold it. I'll fold it like this. This is the wrong side. Then I will go over to the machine. I'm going to stitch by 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing here. So guys, after sewing, this is what I have. So I'll just turn it. I'll turn it to the right side. So we are going to give it a nice press so that it will relax very well. And I'm going to go and join the down part. This side I will pin together. I'll join it. So I'm going to remove my pin. You know it's two. I use the two of them. Make sure you are sewing it. You are facing this right side to right side and sew. Do you understand? So guys, after joining that side, this is what I have. So this is one part, and this is the second. This is the second part. Can you see? The next step is to turn the neckline. We are going to turn the neckline now. So before then, I'll attach my band. Remember, the length of the band is supposed to be 5 inches. 5 inches, and I added 1 inch for allowance. So I'll measure 5 inches. So I added 1 inch for allowance. So I'm going to trim it down. I'll be using 1/2 inch for allowance. So I'll trim this off. So I'm going to place it like this. I'll open it up and I'll come over here and pin it down there. So I'll pin it down. I'll do the same thing. So this is what I have. So I'll bring one of this, one of the facing, and I'm going to place it like this. I'll be closing the armhole as well as the neckline. So I'll go over to the machine and stitch like this, like this. So guys, after sewing, this is what I have. I've turned the neckline already. You can put hemming gum inside and iron it together so it will not be shifting. So this is what I have. So I'll turn to the right side. This is the right side of this particular one. So I'm going to bring the second one and I'll face it right side to right side. Can you see? So I'll bring this one and pin there. Pin here. I'll bring this one and pin over here. Can you see what I did? So guys, after pinning it like this, this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do is to return this. I'll turn the sleeve inside and then return this sleeve inside. Can you see what I'm doing? Once that is done, I'll bring the facing. So I'll face it, I'll place it right side to right side. So I'll pin it down as well. So guys, after pinning it down, this is what I have. So I'm going to go over to the machine. So I'll be going with the two of them. I'll go over to the machine and I'll place it like this and sew. So guys, after sewing, I went ahead to turn to the right side and this is what I have. So the next step is to sew the two sides of the gown. So remember, we are sewing with 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'm going to measure from the armhole 9 inches from the armhole, and I'll create my pocket opening from there. So I'll stitch from here and stop here, and over here from there I'll open it. I'll open the pocket by 6.5. So once I stop here, I'll leave this side open for my pocket and I'll continue from here all the way down. I'll do the same thing to the other side. So guys, after shaping the two sides, this is what I have. Like I said, I left here open for the pocket. So it's now time to fix the pocket. So the first thing I'm going to do is to go and sew the pocket, and I'll be right back. So I'll divide it into two. Face it right side to the right side, and I'm going to go over to the machine. I'll stitch from here. I'll stitch from here all the way down to here. I'm leaving 1 inch here that will go with the 1 inch allowance I left here. So guys, I'm done stitching the pocket and this is what I have. Can you see? So it's time to fix it now. This is how you place the pocket, facing like this, not like this. If you face it like this, that means your pocket will be at the upper side and you'll be doing the wrong thing. So you position your pocket like this. So you're going to open, I'm going to open up the pocket opening over here. I open it up like this and equally open this pocket like this, and I'm going to merge it, this allowance to this allowance. It's as simple as that. just merge it, pin it down. You can pin it down.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you.
So this is what we have. So what I'll do now is to go over to the machine, and I'll start from where I stopped before, and I'll stitch that side I left open. I'll stitch it down to close this pocket side, and I'll turn it like this, and I'll do the same thing. I'll follow from here and stitch down to close this other side. So guys, after fixing the pocket, this is what I have. Can you see? So this is the other pocket as well. So I'll turn to the right side of the gown. So guys, this is the front part of the gown, and yeah, this is the pocket, well sewn and neatly sewn. This is the other pocket. So as you can see, this upper side is a bit fitted, and this way it will give you very nice fitting on your body when you put it on. But if you don't want your own to be fitted at the bust area, you know what to do. All right, so this is the down part, very full. So this gown is actually a maxi flare gown. So by the time I wear it, you will get to appreciate how full this side is. So for your bust circumference, you know the measurement we use is just the bust. You know the measurement we use is just the bust circumference. So for that your bust measurement, make sure you are not using your actual bust circumference, so that it will not be too tight. Like my bust circumference is 39, and I made use of 40 inches. So I added 1 inch to that, so that it will not be too tight. Do you get? So whatever is your bust circumference, add 1 inch to that before cutting this. And if you want it more loose, you know what to do. You can add maybe 1.5 to your bust, or 2 inches to your bust measurement. Do you understand? So guys, this is it. Go ahead and try it out. Let me know your result in the comment section. So if you have any question as well, leave it in the comment section. I will attend to it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I will see you again. For the down part, you can weave that side, you can weave this side, or fold it. So any one you want to do is okay. Till next time, I will see you again. For now, it is bye bye.